and welcome to another weekly reading vlog. Today is July 1st, so happy July. The first book that I want to finish is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I started this last week and I am halfway through it. I'm a little bit more than halfway through it, so obviously I'm going to finish this first. The first book on my Book Junkie Trials TBR is The Hours by Michael Cunningham. If you want to know more about any of the ones I've been talking about for the Book Junkie Trials, I will link my TBR down below. I described this for like 2 minutes, but this is my favorite book and I'm reading it for the first prompt, which is Crimson Peaks, which is to reread a favorite. So that's the story with this. This book is pretty short. It's like a little over 200 pages and I'm expecting to fly through it because I always fly through it when I read it, so I definitely think I can get to this. So the audiobook that I want to listen to this week, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to listen to the whole thing, we'll see, but I actually just started listening to Pet Semetary by Stephen King. It had like a 2-month hold on the Libby app, and then today I was just browsing the app and it was there and it was available, so I snagged it. I'm already like on chapter 4 and it is so good. I've seen the original movie and I saw the new movie and I like them both. I think the original was better. I know a lot of people hated the new one, but I didn't mind it. I just think the original was better. But so far the book is so good. Like, it just starts off with a bang, and the guy doing the voices, like the voice of Judd, the old guy who lives across the street from the family, is so good. I guess I should probably say what this is about. So Pet Semetary is about a family, and once again I'm basing this off of my knowledge of the film, so don't murder me, but it's about this family who moves into a house because the husband gets a new job in a different state, and he's seen the house before but the rest of his family hasn't. It's his wife and the son and a daughter, and they move into this house, but it has a huge road like out front of it that has traffic and like big semi trucks that like go by really fast, and you know, it's like a thing of like, watch out for your kids, watch out for your pets, because people do get run over by this big road. And out behind the house there is a pet cemetery for all the pets that have gotten run over. The pet cemetery can do some spooky things, so that's all I'm going to say about that. But yeah, so far it's really good. I'm really enjoying it. And the beginning had like a foreword by Stephen King talking about why he wrote it, and he was saying that he moved to a house with a big road and that there was a pet cemetery for those pets, and that it was spelled incorrectly, like the book title is spelled with an S instead of a C, and that's just really cool. I didn't know that like it was based on anything from his real life. So anyway, that's that. I'm very excited about this audiobook, if you can't tell. It's Wednesday. I'm parked outside the gym trying to find the motivation to go inside. Today's one of those days, like, it's 2:30 and I feel like I've only done one thing today, which arguably I guess is the most important thing because I was doing my job, but like I was gonna get so much done today and I'm like, it's already almost 3 o'clock and where did the day go? I don't know. It makes me mad. It's 4th of July. Happy 4th. Our country's shit, but still eating good vegan food today. I'm just grading. I think I'm gonna do some more work for 2 hours and then I'm gonna finish the freaking Raven Boys, okay? No, I have not finished it yet. It is Thursday, July 4th, and it's still chilling on my nightstand, so I'm gonna finish that and then talk to you guys about it. I do want to say I think I'm halfway through, a little more than halfway through Pet Semetary now, and it is still really good. It's like a solid 5-star for me right now. It is so good. It makes me want to rewatch the original movie again. I'm excited to see, like, you know, all the stuff that goes down at the end. I do feel like while this book is more, like, quickly paced than other Stephen Kings I've read, I do wonder if audiobooks are the way to go with his writing. Like The Shining, I enjoyed that book, but it was too long. Parts of it were very slow, and I'm wondering if I had been physically reading Pet Sematary, if I would have felt that way too, or if it just happens to be like a quicker paced thing. Like Carrie or Misery were both like quickly paced like thrillers. It didn't feel like it dragged on and on between like creepy stuff happening. Anyway, as I'm listening to this, I'm like, I feel like if I had listened to The Shining, I would have enjoyed the experience more than reading The Shining. So I'm thinking about listening to more Stephen King on audiobook versus physically reading it. I don't know. I enjoy Stephen King for the most part, and I do own a couple of his books that I haven't read yet, so listening to this really makes me want to get to those other ones because it's been a really good time. This book was good. It doesn't really leave off on a cliffhanger so much as it just ends and you have a lot of questions, which is fine because it's not like I have to wait for the second book to come out. Yeah, I don't know. I felt like the ending of this was kind of anticlimactic, but that's fine because the plot is still great, and like I said, there's still like so many unanswered questions that make me want to pick up the second one. So it's good, but yeah, I don't know, I guess I was just expecting more of like a big cliffhanger or something. I still really like Noah. I guess I like all of them. I literally like all four of them for different reasons, and I think as always Maggie Stiefvater does such a good job of like creating complex characters that feel so real. Like her characters always, they seem like if I saw them in real life, I wouldn't even be surprised, you know? Like even in contemporary books, like characters sometimes they don't seem completely realistic, and they also, I don't know, just the way they're described and what they say and stuff. I'm probably not making any sense, but like all four of these guys, especially like Gansey, it's like I can picture him. He seems so real. Those are my thoughts on The Raven Boys. I really liked it. There was such a big plot twist, oh my god, with one of the characters. If you've read it, I'm sure you all know, but I did not see that coming. Even though they like explicitly tell you the plot twist at the very beginning, but you like totally brush it off and you're like, okay, that's not gonna happen, and then it actually does happen, and then you're like, wow, I feel dumb. I had no idea, even though you literally told me. So I love that. The magical realism is nice. I haven't read like magical realism in a really, really long time, and I miss it. Those are my thoughts. Finally finished it. I'll talk to you guys later. just got spoiled for Anna Karenina for how it ends. But I'm not entirely sure, so I'm not going to dwell on it because hopefully I'll forget it by the time I read Anna Karenina. I finished the first chapter. I'm on page 29, and it's just as good as I remember. I feel like I've read this. This is either my third or my fourth time rereading this, and I'm always scared to reread it because I'm like, what if I don't like it anymore? It's been my favorite book for like 10 years. And I'm like always scared that one day I'll read it and be like, nah. And then I'll have to find a new favorite, which isn't a bad thing. But like when something has been your favorite book for so long, it's like, it better freaking stay that way and it better freaking stay good. And it's staying good. Today is Sunday. It's the last day of this vlog. And I need to pick a giveaway winner. So I am going to go ahead and make a Word document and number everyone who has entered, and I'll catch up with you guys when I do that. Alright, weirdly enough, I have exactly 35 entries. So I will show you what's up. Alright, so here are my 35 entries. I'm gonna go here. Alright. 11. Who is number 11? Avery! Avery. Avery Loves Books is number 11. I'm so excited. Thank you to everyone who entered my giveaway. I hope to do more of these in the future, either with like a specific book I want to give away or whatever. I'm like one of those people who, it's called pro-social spending, which is a term I learned in school, but it's basically like when you find happiness and you get joy from giving to others and like spending. It doesn't have to be like actual money, but the idea of like spending money or spending your time for other people, like you get a lot of joy back from that. And that's definitely true for me. My favorite part of Christmas is getting to like buy people presents and watching them open it, and I just love it. So I love a good giveaway. I'm really hoping to do more in the future. Also, I forgot to say, but I finished Pet Semetary yesterday, and it was so good. The ending got like really creepy, and it was just, that's a 5-star read right there. That was really good. And it's crazy because I think even the original movie still changed like the sequence of events that happens at the end of the book, and I'm like, why change that? Like, it all ends the same. So it's like, so why mess with like the order of it? But anyway, it was a good time. All right, the lighting is atrocious. I'm about to wash my face, but I was working on editing this vlog and I realized that there were a couple other things I wanted to say about Pet Semetary. Like why it's a 5-star specifically, a lot of it has to do with, one, the complexity of the characters, which I sometimes think can be lacking in his stuff, in Stephen King's writing, and 2, the pacing. At least in my experience, and I think it's kind of commonly known that some Stephen King books, the pacing is incredibly slow, where you read an 800-page book of his and you're like, that could have been 400 if you just sped it up a little bit, you know? But the pacing was very good in this. The pacing reminded me of like Misery or Carrie or his earlier ones where the book overall is just shorter, and I feel like in general for those the pacing is better. I don't know, but the pacing was really good. It was interesting the whole time. There weren't any scenes where I was like super bored, or they went into detail about some character that it's like the character isn't even relevant to the story. So it was all very like on topic and good. And I forgot to mention, but yesterday on Saturday I started listening to Defy Me, and I finished it today. I have been packing for hours and hours and hours, so lots of audiobook listening time to be had for me. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna have to think about my rating for it, but I think I liked it as much as all the other ones. I know I keep saying that. I said that about Restore Me too, but Defy Me, I do get like, people say it feels like a long novella and that there's only like one plot point, but honestly I feel like a lot of them have like one plot point, and I feel like the one plot point they focused on in this one was really interesting, where like I was fine with it being like the main focus the entire time. But yeah, I also read that this week, so now you know. I just realized I never finished out the vlog. So this week I finished The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I read half of The Hours by Michael Cunningham, and I listened to Pet Sematary by Stephen King and Defy Me by Tahira Mafi. That's my wrap up. So I guess that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's vlog, and I will see you next time. Bye!